Hey, it's your gal Alicia. Let's talk about gauging out a community, veterans versus new gals. And this is as a veteran who used to be a new gal, a beginner gal. I started my gal journey many years ago, more than 5 years ago, on a possibly not too known site called ricochet.net. This was before your Tumblr. This was on a popping back during live journal days. This was the Gaijin Gyaru hub. This is where we had resided online, talking about gal fashion, talking about makeup styles, everything on a cute little forum. And this is where I met a lot of the veteran gals at the time. This was like around 2008. For some reason, my camera isn't focusing. This was around 2006, like '06, '07 or so, and I was on there for a couple of years until the website shut down. Then everybody migrated to LiveJournal, MySpace, eventually Facebook, where we would congregate and talk and everything and share photos. As a new gal, I had tried like a really beginner style of makeup, more gungudo than anything, really, really outdated. I didn't have the style down, and there were people who would give concrete, like, oh, here's my picture. And I understand that me submitting my picture in this forum, that I will be criticized. Constructive criticism, mind you, concrete. Constructive criticism. Not just, oh my gosh, you look terrible. What are you doing? Get the F out of here type of thing. But there were some people who had that energy. There were some people who were very brash, very like almost like in your face about if you weren't doing it right, and very opinionated and everything. But as a new beginner gal, I was up for the challenge of making sure that makeup was on point, that I was getting like the eye shape down, or seeing that there were so many different eye shapes out there for Manba or Yamanba, Banba Garu, that, here's something that I tried, here's something new, here's how I'm doing my makeup, or possibly even saying, like, I believe I asked for like constructive criticism or help while submitting my pictures on ricochet.net, on this online forum, this gal hub for gals back in the day, back in 2005 to maybe, I want to say maybe 2010 or so, 2011, where you could find pictures, you could see cool stuff, see what people are into, look at their profile. And I got some constructive criticism, I got some really good concrete, and it had helped me get my Manba makeup to where it was, where people were like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing, you have to do tutorials, you have to do this, that, and the other. Or wow, you look like a gal, like the quintessential iconic gal look, the Manba gal type of look. And I had people helping me. I was open to their feedback, and they were polite about their feedback, which is important. It's important that you're open, and it's important that they're respectful of that. And it's like a nice two-way street. When people are like, "Oh my gosh, you suck," that makes a person want to leave. That makes a person not want to grow and advance their style and their skills. It's very different now, as possibly, I don't know 100%, mind you, that a lot of people are perhaps apprehensive of getting concrete from people, veteran gals, people who do makeup, to elevate their style and get those eye shapes and like eyebrows and stuff on point. One of the biggest things back during that time was, you're not treating this subculture, this fashion style, as a costume, that you were more like a 24/7 type of person than, oh, I'm just doing this on a weekend, or only on an anime convention or Halloween, and that's it, that's all. Or you only doing it for pictures, that this is your lifestyle, otherwise you were just inspired and you could not hold the title Garu. It's that way for a lot of other subcultures like emo, punk, and goth. At least during my beginner Garu time with the veterans of that era, people were a little bit more chill with me. There were some people who are like, oh, like sometimes there's drama that goes down. Some people fully did not treat me with respect. Kind of outside of makeup, when I was getting that skill up there a little bit. And I definitely feel a lot of new gals' pains of wanting to do something, drama aside, some stigmas about that gal culture, about the gal culture aside, that there can be people who are just outright mean, especially if you're like, okay, I don't want to participate in this, that, or the other, but let me like para or like do the makeup, learn the how to do hair and everything, where some of that behavior is off-putting, and I totally understand it. I've experienced a little bit of it even after becoming a decent gal in the community. Times have definitely changed, trends have changed, the community seems to have changed of thinking that you don't need to have the makeup or hair and things like that at one point. And I understand that maybe you might have an off day, or maybe you don't feel like doing your hair super fancy with all the swirls and curls and the sujimori and everything. And maybe you want something a little bit simpler, maybe a little bit neater than this. Maybe you want like bolder eyes instead of something a little bit more like low key for like an onegaru or something. Maybe you want to go for that super extreme Yamamba Kudogao look, but not taking criticism from people and thinking that it's an attack if a person is coming off kind is interesting, or the disrespect to veteran gals from younger gals. That's not cool either, because I understand that we're in the West, we're not in Japan. That Japan is definitely like you respect your senpais and your kohais. Of course, that can lead into some issues if that senpai or kohai is rude or whatever. But you listen to them, you respect their time there. I'm not Japanese, I'm a black girl from the south side of Chicago, studying Japanese culture, having had a Japanese senpai where, it's like, okay, she's like the boss, she's the leader, she's one of the leaders. And I am there in Diamond Garusa, being guided and doing my best to pull my own weight in that circle too, because of the standards there. And like, why would I like treat her a certain way type of thing? And that's a little bit of what I see on my end as a veteran gal, who was a newbie gal. It does break my heart seeing new gals being just like trashed, and it also sucks having seen veteran gals talk with new gals consistently to help their style, and those girls aren't improving, or people, non-binariness included, that these newbies are like blowing them off like, oh, you're giving me attention now, or oh, you think that my makeup isn't perfect, and like, who are you to tell me anything? And they leave because they're not getting that like admiration right off the bat. And it's interesting, it's a lot that goes into it for both sides, for veterans and newbies. And hopefully that can be fixed, repaired, and we can all move forward as a community, because I feel that we're really behind compared to the Lolita community. They aren't perfect, they have their issues too, but they've had a lot more going for them compared to Western gals, compared to American gals, due to individualism, due to egos, and a whole other things that are coming into play on various platforms and IRL. So, yeah. Bye.